Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Deborah, and today in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a super delicious and super healthy dessert that's perfect for the 4th of July holiday. It's a mixed berry chia baked oatmeal, and it couldn't be simpler to make, and it only takes about 25 minutes, but it's so delicious and so healthy. So I'm excited to share this with you today. Before we do anything else, preheat your oven to 375, and then I'm going to go through all the ingredients that we're using in today's recipe. So first and foremost, we're going to need bananas. Next, we've got mixed berries. I've got a mix of fresh blueberries and raspberries right there, and then I also have some strawberries chopped up. We're going to need oatmeal. So I'm using plain, this is actually instant rolled oats. You could use non-instant rolled oats. I also tossed on top of them the tail end of some steel cut oats. So basically just a mixture of rolled oats if you have them. You could also use steel cut. We also need some milk. I recommend using plant milk. You could use almond milk, cashew milk, hemp milk, but this is oat milk that I have today that I'm going to be using. And then we're going to need some maple syrup, some chia seeds, some baking powder, and I'm gonna add a little bit of cinnamon in mine. And then some additional toppings that I'm going to include are unsweetened coconut flakes and chopped walnuts. Okay, I also have this Sakara super metabolism protein powder that's like a cacao flavor. I'm gonna sprinkle some of that in there because it's so delicious. So the very first thing, and then we also need just a tiny bit of cooking spray. I'm using an extra virgin olive oil cooking spray to coat the pan. So I just want to say, I'm going to share this recipe with you below in the comments. Please, by the way, like the video and comment if you make this dish. But I'm doubling the recipe. So the recipe that I'm sharing with you, you'd probably use a smaller size baking dish than this, but I'm bringing this to a barbecue, so I'm going to make a double size. So just so you know, 2 bananas is double. Okay, let's get started right away. First thing we're going to do is coat the baking dish so that this doesn't stick at the end. Done. The next thing we need to do is mash our bananas right into the bottom of this pan. So we peel both bananas. I'm going to use this big fork, and then I'm just literally going to mash these down into the bottom of my baking dish. It helps if you use very ripe bananas, but not quite. You don't want them to be brown and mushy, although a little brown would be okay. But basically, you just want to mash this up really good and mix it so that it covers the bottom of your pan. And as you can see, it's just sort of mashed in the bottom of the baking dish, just like that. Next, we're just going to dump our dry ingredients on top of that. So adding in the oats. The recipe called for 3/4 cup of plant milk, so I'm going to use double that, so 1.5 cups. And I'm just going to go ahead and spread that out. Next, I'm going to add it's supposed to be 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to double that because I'm doing double. I want to add about 1 teaspoon or 2 in this case because I'm doubling it of my cinnamon. And I'm just spreading this out across the top of the baking dish. We're going to wind up mixing this all together at the end, so you can move kind of quickly. You don't have to be too fancy. Let's add in, now's a good time to add our chia seeds and our Sakara. So you could add any protein powder. I just happen to have this really rich cacao flavor. So I've got a heaping tablespoon. I'm adding that in. And then the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Again, we're doubling, so I'm going to do 2. Spreading them out around in the dish. Whoops, a little bit extra in there. That won't hurt us. And then once all of your dry ingredients and your liquid banana and your milk are mixed into the baking dish, we're going to go ahead and mix that all up together. So you just want to mix everything really well, blend it so that the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients get stirred together really well and spread throughout the dish. At the end, you want the consistency to be porridge-like. And now comes the fun part. We get to decorate this with our berries. So you can do whatever you want here. You can just save yourself some time and throw these in any order that you want. I'm gonna do something a little extra and make some kind of a pattern here. And I've got a mix of blueberries and raspberries. And they don't have to be pressed down in. They can bake right into the top like this. So pretty. Now I'm gonna add some strawberries. You can basically cover the top of your bake with the berries. They're gonna sink down in as the dish is baking. Being a little bit messy, but as you can see, I'm just sort of adding in berries here and there until I'm covering the entire top of my bake. Nice. And my organic coconut flakes. And again, I'm just gonna sprinkle these. It's shredded already. It came in the package that way. I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle this over the top. And now my dish is ready to bake. It looks like this. And I'm gonna put this into the oven. I'm gonna let it bake for 25 minutes. This is a really super healthy, nutrient-dense dish. As you saw, it was so easy to make. You just mash your bananas, mix everything up, and bake it for 25 minutes at 375. And I hope that you love this. I hope you make it, and then please let me know in the comments below if you did and you enjoyed it. And my oven's preheated, perfect timing.